Hi, and welcome to Pentatonic Minor Scale Part 5. In this segment, we're going to be covering the fifth and final position of the scale, the aligned position. So let's just go to it right now. As you can see in the diagram, your first finger will be at 13, so you'll be playing those notes. And your third finger will be at 15, but we have a shift that takes place, and we'll walk you through that as we go. All right, so your thumb, somewhere around the 10th fret, that's where I have mine, straddling the spine. That'll make it easier for your third and fourth fingers to reach over here. So, 13th fret, first finger, 6th string. Third finger at 15th fret, that's a root root note on the 6th string. So, first finger, 13th fret, 5th string. Fourth finger, 15th fret, 5th string. Third, fourth string, first finger, 12th fret. Fourth finger at 15 on the 4th string. First finger, 3rd string, 12th fret, root tone. Fourth finger, 3rd string, 15th fret. Shift your first finger back to 13 on the 2nd string. Third finger, 2nd string at the 15th fret. First finger, 1st string, 13th fret. And third finger, 15th fret, 1st string, root tone. All right, what we just did right here. Okay, you know the drill. Rewind, play through that segment until it's comfortable, and then move on. All right, now we're going to play the same thing, descending, starting at the 15th fret with the 3rd finger and the 1st string, and that's a root tone. First finger, 13, same string. Third finger, 2nd string, 15th fret. First finger, 13th fret, same string. Fourth finger, 15th fret at the 3rd string. And first finger, 12th fret on the 3rd string, root tone. Fourth finger, 4th string, 15th fret. First finger, 12th fret, 4th string. Fourth finger, 15th fret, 5th string. First finger, 13th fret, 5th string. Third finger, 15th fret, 6th string, root tone. First finger, 13th fret, 6th string, and then back up to the root to resolve. All right, so what you did there. Rewind the video, play through that segment, play along with it, and get it clear in your head. Okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about this position. This is a very tight place because you're further up the fretboard, frets are closer together. So it's kind of tight, and you would think, okay, playing with all 4 fingers can be a little bit challenging, and you're right, it may not be the best way to do it. The longer your fingers, the easier it's going to be to play just with your first and your third finger through the whole thing. So that would look something like this. Stretch back on the fourth string, third finger. Then you go back, just doing the same thing. Okay, so and it makes it easier to play faster licks. Whoops. Right? A little bit easier in some respects. Now, there is a third way to do this that I look at as more of an exercise than anything else. And that's where you literally play one finger, one fret, very positional, and you start with your second finger, play with your fourth on that root. Now it can be a little more awkward up here, but the benefit of playing this position with all four fingers is you really increase your second and fourth finger dexterity, particularly your fourth finger, by just playing straight up and down. It really helps. It's a good exercise. And that's the main thing. We don't really play that way in actual practice. But there are times where your second finger actually will come in handy, like when you're playing something like this. Right? You just saw right there, using the second finger made sense. Just because you're right there and you're just playing positionally, just makes sense to do that. So there are times where you will use bits of all three, kind of hybrid a single approach out of that. Using one of those or all parts of all three of those fingerings to make a run work best. And that's why I'm showing you these three positions, so that you can see there's a lot that you can do here. Because it's tight quarters, so close together, you can use different approaches fingering wise. It just has to make sense based on what you're trying to play. You can't just force one thing over another. Do what makes sense and then train your fingers to do it. It'll actually flow smoother and it won't be as troubling in the long run. And that's the whole idea. Everything has to make sense when you're playing the guitar, as far as technique and approach, how you accomplish something. We'll go over that in other lessons on other topics. We touch on that from time to time. So for now, just kind of go through these things, get it clear in your head, and run it up and down and enjoy it. Skip strings, jump around, the whole 9 yards, right? Okay, I'm going to show you one last diagram here. Now, what you're looking at is a diagram of all 5 positions laid out in one place. Now, what we want you to notice is right here and right here. You have the fourth position, the tied position in both spots. This is not a mistake, it's actually calculated, because right next to the tied position here is the nested position. So you can see how the nested and tied position overlap. And then here you have the tied position sitting next to the aligned position, the position we just went over. So you can see the notes in common between them, right? And then further, as you see right here, we have the octave of the original primary position, just an octave higher, right? So it shows the circular nature of the pentatonic minor scale. You go through all 5 positions and you're back at the beginning again, and this helps you understand that you just start over again. primary at the octave at 15, then at 18 you'll be in the extended, and then at 20 you'll be in the nested position, and if you have the ability to go beyond that, you'll be in the tied position until you run out of frets, right? So this is a really cool thing. You just have to learn it once and it stays in order all the way up the fretboard. You just start over again an octave higher. And that's a really cool feature that a lot of people don't understand. So what you can do is pause the video and just study this diagram for a little bit and take note of the order. Again, primary, extended, nested, tied, aligned, back to primary. Okay? And this is really cool. And this will help you solidify it. Now, one more thing you want to do before you move on to the next set of lessons, because we're going to change the topic a little bit and get into transitions in the next couple of lessons. But before you do that, make sure you really have these 5 positions fairly well locked into your thinking, because you're going to need it from this point forward. And what will be happening from this point forward is reinforcing the order of these 5 positions through transitions, and then you'll be getting into melodies after that that will take your knowledge of positions and transitions and put it into real world practice. So before you move forward, go ahead and review all 5 positions. Get them in your head, get them clear, know where your root tones are at each position, and then when you've got that fairly well solid, go ahead and move forward into the next series of lessons in this program. All right? So that'll do it for now. Thanks a lot for getting this far. You're doing good. Keep going, and we'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner, or below the video, there's the big red subscribe button, and next to it's a gray notification bell. Press that, and you'll be notified when we have new content up here at Outsmart Your Guitar. Down below, also in the description area, you'll see a link where you can go and download the written material for this lesson as well. And below that, you'll see another link that will take you over to Outsmart Your Guitar on Patreon. Go on over, check that out. There's content there that's not available here. And subscribe at one of the 2 levels and become a patron. All right? Remember, here at Outsmart Your Guitar, we are dedicated to helping you learn, play, and grow to become the guitar player you desire to be, to play the music you want to play, even write your own music. All right? Thanks for your time. See you soon.